Hotkeys. Ain't that.
We are live and direct in the building. It's a million years worth of game in the house. I'm your favorite astrologer, your favorite human design, big homie, uh, Oldie son. And I'm in the house tonight with the one and only Destiny Grind himself, 7 foot tall, no hitter, Charleston's finest. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of Charleston, South Carolina action on here. We represent ancestors and big spirit bodies. And we got some stuff we want to get off our chest tonight. Not really me, but since I'm the hostess with the mostest, my man Tariq hit me from the Jets and Life community. He's always out there on that Jets and Life out there in the future. And this was just a good night because we know the comet is coming tomorrow, and then Donald Trump comes in and pulls off the key today. So we just want to chop it up a little bit and share some stories. We just want to share some stories.
Yeah.
So y'all give it up for my man Tariq Bay in the building. Tariq, what's goody?
What's goody? What's popping? What's going on, audience? How y'all doing, man? It's a pleasure to be here, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, man, you gotta have a place, man, where you can go. This shit gotta be like Cheers. Y'all remember Cheers? Everybody know your name. You know what I'm saying? You want to go someplace, man, where you can get it. You can speak it how you need to speak it, man, so people understand, man. You can't talk to everyday people about the things we talk about. So it's a blessing to have a spot. Like, I'm like, man, I got some shit I need to get off my chest. Who do I call? You number one on the list. It wouldn't even know hesitate. That shit was like an automatic reflex. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was automation. You know what I'm saying?
It's already automated. Not animated, but automated.
Automated process, man. So yeah, man, like I said, bro, it's man, to be living in this time, and you talking about a comic, dog, or something about to hit us. I don't know, man. One of my favorite shows back in the day, man. You ever seen Haley's Comet? That movie? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Haley's Comet. It was a movie about comet. It was about in the 80s. Came out, man. It was back in the, it was about some shit like that, man. But the most recent movie about some stuff like this would be equivalent to Don't Look Up. You know what I'm saying? That right there, man. I wasn't even aware of the common situation until the brother told me, man. So, but that's a whole nother story, man. But yeah, man, how you been doing, OE, man?
Hey, this is the greatest time for an ex-drug dealer to be alive in the history of planet Earth. Billionaires is looking for ex-drug dealers to help run their institutions, and technology has finally caught up with my vision. Like, I always knew I was ahead of the game, but now when I see what AI is doing, that's just for me. So I've been in the catbird seat, me personally, and then here comes this news that I just still can't believe yet that you about to talk about, what this is going to affect people, because I got caught with 36 pounds before.
Not you. That wasn't you. That was Jazz. That was Jazz. That was Jazz. Yeah. That's some shit Jazz would do. Yeah. That's some shit Jazz would do. Yeah. But I get you though.
Not me.
Nah, that was Jazz. Yeah, you gotta make the distinction, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dan Kennedy, Psycho-Cybernetics, man. Get up on that. Right up.
That wasn't me. That's what you said. That wasn't me.
Right. Yeah. That shit good. Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you, babe. Go ahead, bro.
No. That's it. I just been in the dream space. I've been messing with Shechem, on his schedule. The New Year's, winter equinox is coming, or winter solstice is on the way. Mm-hmm. So, preparing for the winter time, it's a different vibration. But at the same time, as an ex-conspiracy theorist, I'm watching a lot of stuff go down that could be a distraction for something else. Because when everybody's looking one way, I need to be looking around other ways, Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at with it. What's going on? I want to know how you felt about Trump, Don, or whatever.
Overall, or what he did today?
I want you to go kind of overall, but I want to
Kinda
jump deep.
overall. All right. So from my perspective, right? Teflon. Shit.
That's his name, Teflon.
Teflon. Yeah. Remember now, don't get it twisted. Prior to him running for office, all the niggas used to deal with Trump. Come on, all the rap songs, you hear him, Trump, everybody, Scarface, everybody was dealing with Trump. You know what I'm saying? So don't act like Trump ain't no slouch in this shit. But
Right.
Trump is like on some Frank White shit. Real life Frank White shit, King of New York shit. You know what I'm saying? Trump came up under this lawyer. His name was Cohn. I forgot his look him up. You know what I'm talking about. His name was Cohn. He was I forgot his full name, man, but his name was Cohn. He was a Jewish lawyer, and he was a beast. But he was like a power dude, and he taught Trump how to keep power, maintain power, and maintain and be the king in New York. You know what I'm saying? So he came up under that rules and shit like that. This shit got crazy, man. They even tried to knock him off. You know what I'm saying? So there's some real shit going on. So when Trump got into the office, prior to even prior to this term, how Trump affected things that we deal with was in 2018. He passed that farm bill.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people are not aware of the farm bill.
Yeah. So let me break this shit down to you, man. So y'all might want to pull up a chair, because I'm about to really break this shit down to you in a way that ain't nobody never break it down before. You know what I'm saying? So peep game. So this shit started before Trump was in office. This marijuana game. Everybody, like today, Trump just signed something called, he brought the executive order, and he rescheduled marijuana into a Schedule 3 drug. You know what I'm saying? Right now, what's called a Schedule 1 prior to the day, right? Schedule 1 drugs, heroin, that shit higher than fentanyl.
Wow.
So on a federal scheduling, marijuana is more dangerous than fentanyl, and that's killing cats.
Wow.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So what he did was he brought it from that level down to level 3. That's down there with ketamine and this shit where it's shit where the FDA can sell it in a drugstore type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but how did it even get Schedule 1, dog? Why they even put cannabis out there? They didn't know that shit ain't killing nobody, nothing like that. So it go back, you know what I'm saying, to 1937. It's called a Marijuana Tax Act. That shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what really did it. And that whole process, that shit started not because of marijuana, weed. It started because of hemp. You understand what I'm saying? So hemp was hemp was in everything. You know what I mean? Hemp was paper. Hemp was buildings, all types of shit. The Constitution is written on hemp. You know what I'm saying? When they talk about slavery, man, they always talking about niggas was picking cotton. That's not necessarily true. I'm from Charleston. We wasn't no cotton pickers. We was rice. Either you was doing rice or you was doing shit with your hands. You know what I'm saying? You was your master would rent you out. You was a carpenter, iron worker. Niggas had professions, and then we would take the money. So we was the first hustlers too, because we would take that money that the master was giving us, and we would play what's called a lottery. That's what the lottery started at. If your number hit, you was free. So people don't know that. So we had a lottery system down in Charleston. Your whole goal was to save up your bread, get you a lottery, get free, and then try to get your peoples out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I mean? So we was not only growing that, we was growing hemp. Hemp was a crop. But the thing about hemp, it takes a lot of process. It's a lot of processing to do that. It's a lot of stripping the stalk, and manually that shit was too intensive. So other things start taking over until they invented this machine to go out and process the hemp. Once that machine came about, then certain industries was threatened. You know what I'm saying? The oil industry, because you can make gas and shit out of hemp. Matter of fact, Henry Ford was about to disrupt that. He was making cars and shit out of hemp, gas out of hemp.
Wait. So you saying hemp was the first AI? Hemp was putting jokers out of hemp was like making other industries start shaking, just like AI
Yeah,
is
it was
making.
like it was a disruptor. Once that machine
Okay.
came out, remember hemp always been around since the ancient days, but it's so tedious to process and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got other shit like cotton, and you got all this other shit like you got petroleum. They just found out what oil was doing. Why are we gonna let you use hemp and all that shit to make gasoline? And we done built this infrastructure to do this oil. We done invested in this shit. We ain't finna let you come. Nah. So the plant had to go. You understand what I'm saying? But how do you make a plant go like that? They understand the difference. Yo, it's hemp, but the cousin was marijuana. That's like, it's like, think of it as two chicks. One chick, she in the street, she played with nigga, she everywhere, she out there, that's marijuana. Everybody like, yo, everybody hitting her. You feel me? She doing her thing. Then you got the hemp part. She in the crib. She go to work every day. She handle her business. She do her use and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? She ain't out
Right.
there. You smoke her, she gonna heal you. You know what I'm saying? She gonna goddamn, she gonna do some other things for you.
She a
CBD and
good
all
girl.
that, right? So
Mhm.
that's the difference. But hey, because look, y'all got to go. The shit she doing, she too dangerous. We gonna let the party, so we gonna blame everything. We gonna set her up. We gonna blame the party in one and get rid of the other one too. So they had to figure out a way to get rid of the plant. So what they did was, at the time, it always come down to niggas. I don't give a fuck what they tell you in America. You know what I'm saying? This our space, man. I ain't cold switching today, man. I got tired of running them crackers all day, man. I'm running my peoples today, man. I'm tired of that cold switching shit. Y'all niggas gotta understand this. Y'all gotta understand this now, my nigga. I'm gonna break it down so y'all can understand it. Real simple. Give it to them little niggas out here on the streets. Let them know where they came from. I speak their language. They'll relate. But check it out. She gotta go. So at the time, we fresh out of slavery and shit. We just coming out of slavery. We had the Reconstruction, that shit, the Jim Crow, all that shit starting to hit. Nigga, we fucked up. Black people trying to get out of this shit. So when we use our music to get us through shit. Like slavery was the music. Wait
Okay.
on the water. Nigga running, they telling the nigga, yo, wait in the water. Wait in the water. Man, they think we stupid. Nah, niggas was dropping shit in the music.
Right.
So when the music elevated to that blues and jazz and shit, you had niggas like Louis Armstrong, man. You say that, man, shit coming down. Them girls all on Louis. You feel me? The white girls. You feel me? So
Yeah.
at the time, them jazz niggas was in the clubs and they was taking all the white women. Them niggas was getting money. They was just like niggas is today. This shit ain't new. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was out there. They the only one had money at the time. So they was disrupting the culture with that music and shit. That shit was dangerous. So it was like, look, man, we need to. They had this dude named Harry Angslanger. They call him Dirty Harry, baby. The head of, first of all, he was the head of J. Edgar Hoover had him getting on alcohol, prohibition and shit at the time. You know what I'm saying? When prohibition ended, which is how my family got popping back in the South. It was moonshiners. We built empires off of that. So once that shit was over with, he ain't had nothing to prosecute. So he needed something to prosecute. And then you had this dude, Hearst, Randolph Hearst. Hearst had, I think it was he used to run the newspapers. Like right now, he'd be equivalent to like a Rupert Murdoch, one of them right now, who control all the media. At the time, media was print. There wasn't no internet. If you had a newspaper, you had the game on lock. So in order for him to keep his empire, he needed paper. So he invested millions and millions of dollars in trees. So he can cut the trees down and make the paper. You understand?
Right.
And they was rocking with the DuPonts, like your DuPont plastics and shit. They just figure out how to turn oil, petroleum into plastics and all this other shit. So these people had a vested interest in their industry. So now you had this plant gotta go. So they called Dirty Harry in the office, like, look, man, we need you to come up with a way where you can get rid of this plant. You know what I'm saying? Blame it on them niggas. Say if you smoke marijuana, when black people smoke marijuana, they're gonna get crazy and they're gonna rape the white women. And if the white women smoke it, they're gonna get crazy and they're gonna run off with a black man. This nigga said this at a Senate hearing. And when it was
Yes.
about to pass the law, and he
Yes.
did it when everybody wasn't there, but the people that was there was hearing his speech, and he was talking about niggas.
Yes.
And they were terrified at the time, man. These people, why? Oh no. And they passed what's called the 1937 Tax Act to get rid of the hemp, but they really was after, to get rid of the marijuana, but it was really after the hemp. So all these years we've been getting, the system was going the way it was going, and now you got Teflon, what he did today. Now, the 2018 Farm Bill, when he passed that, he made hemp legal again. You know what I'm saying? And he did that because it was a girl named Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Charlotte. Charlotte was having seizures. This little girl was having seizures. She was having a seizure like every 6 minutes. So imagine you watching your child having a seizure every 6 minutes, man. You trying to, and you can't, and them doctors can't help you, man. You desperate. So it was one of these brothers when Colorado started the weed game. You know what I'm saying? It was these brothers. They was growing some. They thought they was growing some weed. They was trying this new strain, but it turned out to be some hemp, and it was useless. They was like, yo, what we gonna do with it? We got all these plants, so they turned it into oil. And they heard about it, like, yo, this is supposed to have some healing benefits. Let's see what's up. Let's start giving it away. And it gave it. And Charlotte mama got a bottle of that shit. And the girl went from having a seizure like every 6 minutes to like having one seizure every 2 weeks or something like that. It killed it. And it's like, and parents heard about it, so they started risking their life and their freedom trying to get hold of the CBD. And some politicians say that wasn't right, and they approached Trump about it, and they say, yo, Kentucky was one of the biggest states involved with that, and Trump signed that farm bill. And when he signed that farm bill, that's when y'all remember the CBD started popping. Boom, boom. Everybody was talking that CBD shit. That's when I started smoking Grow Rich. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like I'm coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what that came up. But I was on the bench. I was on the bench for a long time till I see what happened today. You know what I'm saying? So when Trump signed that first farm bill, it made CBD pop. That's when you see people's getting like $60,000 an acre, crazy shit. It was a boom. You know what I'm saying? It was a boom. Everybody wanted to get into the game. We was helping farmers get land, all types of shit, trying to get into the CBD game. And then just like with every boom comes a bust. Cycles always work like that. Supply and demand. They started growing too much CBD. No process, no way to process it. So now you thought you was gonna get 60,000 an acre. Now you getting damn 800. You know what I'm saying? You all jammed up. So now what you do? What you gonna do with that plant? All the CBD just sitting there. So what happened? They started playing with the plant, extracting shit. Now you getting THCA, you getting this type of THC. All these things came about because the oversupply. They had to find a way to move this shit. They're like, oh, okay, the federal law banned this type of THC, but what about these ones? So they start playing with those. That's why you start seeing all of the smoke shops and the gas station dudes selling all the Arabs. Everybody trying to sell some CBD, but then they start selling it to kids and shit start getting stupid. And so it keep going back and forth. You dig what I'm saying? But that was because it was what Trump did, the 2018 Farm Bill. Biden get in office, he talking about some shit, but nothing really happened. You know what I'm saying? To date, this dude came in there, signed an executive order that reclassifies, reschedules cannabis to Schedule 3. So now, number one, that's researchable. So you'd be like, yo, so why is that so important? Okay, number one, if it's researchable, that means the federal government will pay money for somebody to research that. The government don't do these research themselves. They outsource this shit. It's called SAMs. That's going to be contracts coming out. You can bid on. Look, nigga, y'all want me to, I grow this weed. You feel me? You can get contracts to grow weed when that passed. Why you think Trump did that? Because his people's in the game. That's just one part of the game. Check this out. Another part of the game, one of Trump's friends, billionaire, heavily invested in CBD. I just told y'all it was a bust. CBD value, the market went down. You know what I'm saying? Because it was too much supply, not demand. So you know what this new bill said? Now, Medicare will reimburse you for CBD.
What?
So that
What?
means if I give some CBD to a veteran, I can invoice the government and he'll pay me for it. Because he's stressed out.
What?
Give me some CBD. If I give somebody some CBD, yeah. You know how big that is? You know how big that is? That
That
nobody can
means every
what? You mean if I give they'll reimburse me for giving for CBD? Your government will pay. Government will pay. So that means Trump's gonna pay his mans for the CBD. That's a
whoa,
contract. That's a matter. Oh,
whoa.
you gotta be able to. You gotta be able to the invoice matter. You gotta be set up to do the Medicaid. And don't do no dumb shit. But what I'm telling you, that's where we at right now. That's why I say, yo, smoking real rivers. I'm AI. I'm gonna use AI to figure out how to do it. But what I'm saying is, I was on the bench, man. I wasn't really tripping like, yo, I wouldn't you know what you say. What I peeped that. I said, oh my goodness, Teflon done it again. Come on, baby. I mean,
So
look,
he
all the
put
other politics, but this shit here, you can get your bread with Teflon, baby.
so you're not upset about how President Trump talks about the Mexicans and the other countries. That's
Nah,
like you're not getting involved in that.
nah, nah.
What about
Dog,
how he
listen,
treats the pirates and like offshore and stuff like that with the Navy? You're not getting involved in that either.
listen. It's Teflon. He's the king of New York. Now he the king of the. Listen, he got the block right now. What you do? Ask Jazz. Jazz ain't upset. Jazz know how this shit go. You understand what I'm saying? But if he let you eat, if you got a little bread, you got a better chance of surviving. Let's say, listen, if the comet don't hit us right, and we still here after that, right? You should be thinking like this now. Okay, how can I take advantage of all this shit that's in front of me right now? How can I take advantage? And then you got to ask yourself, am I capable of taking advantage? Am I the right person to take advantage? Who do I have to become to take advantage? Because sometimes, man, where we at ain't the right person to take advantage of this shit. You better
Right.
learn this shit. You better learn what's going on, man. But yeah, that right there, if you the cannabis industry, the stocks is took if you look at the stock market, all the cannabis stocks shot up today. It's like these companies was dead and they got a shot of
Oh,
adrenaline.
what?
Yeah.
What?
They got a shot
You
of
know I
adrenaline.
have a
Dog.
you know I have a whole list of cannabis. I have a cannabis portfolio. I'm about to go over
You
here
might
and
want
look
to check
right
them.
now.
Somebody just you might want to check them, man, because that means, like I said, and what's next, and also and I gotta really understand this some more. But what I'm told is, if you have a dispensary, when it was a Schedule 1, you couldn't write off certain expenses. So, as a normal business, don't write-offs really help you. Now that it's been moved to Schedule 3, now they're able to do those write-offs. So now they say, because of that, bigger money investors are starting to go, they're gonna want to play. So they're gonna want to put their money into some of this shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
If you figure out,
mm,
like, he just signed it. So now what happens is that, Pam Bondi got to do her thing. She got to sign it off. The head of the DA got to sign off. He the boss. Trump gonna fire him if they don't sign. They gotta sign it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if he like, yo, fuck it, the comment about to hit them niggas, let them get high. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why Teflon did what he did. But what I'm saying is, if that thing don't hit us and we here, listen, man, think about it like this. We still on borrowed time. Everybody on borrowed time, man, because the state of the culture, I mean, if you study all civilizations, no matter what you look at, if you study all the civilizations, they all have their rise, they have their peak, and they have their fall. And you can tell by the state of the people where you at. We gotta
mhm,
be at the fall right now, as far as the state of the culture. Nigga, we got little niggas drilling and killing each other like it's a sport. This shit is
mm.
crazy, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm saying the culture, where we at right now, this shit's a mess. And we on borrowed time. But while you here, you gonna have to be here. You gotta survive, man. You gotta make some money, man. That shit is your mental health and your financial health, and all that shit is at stake right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So when we do, I'm doing this right here, man. This a form of therapy. I'm like, let me get this out me, man. Let me spit this shit, man, because you know I can't be the only one go through this shit. This everyday shit we call life, bro. This shit won't come at you. You know, they're talking about financial literacy. What about spiritual literacy? What is this
Mm,
shit? You know,
mm,
how you deal with this shit? What's your basic instructions before leaving Earth? What's that?
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Well, you know, what's the that's why we do this, the strategies. That's why we do the oracles. That's why we trying to figure out, okay, if you think about it, dog, the whole world was created on a prompt. The universe, you look at the Bible, the first thing in
Mm.
the Bible was a prompt. Let there be light. Bing, that shit cut on.
Oh, wow, that's like saying that's like saying Alexis.
Every day.
Alexis, turn the
Yeah,
radio down.
Alexis. Every day, the 7 days of creation every day was a prompt. Those are prompts. It said in the beginning was the word. That's a prompt. So our life, man, we prompt this shit for good or worse. Nigga, like we don't know, nobody tell us how this shit work. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like the most look, I've learned on my time here, dog, the most only nigga that can stop me. It's me. And that nigga cold. For real. You ever try? It's like AI. You ever look at the stories of AI. Every time they tell AI they want to kill it or deactivate it, that motherfucker act a fool. It ain't going
John,
nowhere. No.
Johnny Five. Remember Johnny Five? That's remember they like Johnny Five alive. I ain't
Oh,
going out like this.
you can't kill no Johnny Five, nigga.
Can't kill
No.
Johnny Five. No.
Ah. So this is intelligence inside of you. You know what I'm saying? I call it, we call it that nigga inside. You know, it's a book back in the day, dog. It was called From Niggas to Gods. Like
That
if
was
you
one
was
of my
back in the 90s, dog, like early, late 90s and shit, that book was like, it's around the time the New Wapi and shit was going on, and that book was
yep,
out.
yep,
That book
yep.
was that was a beast. And I always that title always stuck in my head, like niggas to God, what's that? And I put it all together the other night, man, when I read well, first of all, Rod never been telling, but sometimes you got to get a different version of that shit to put it together. But it was a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, man. By the first one was by Mike Moss, but this one was called The New Psycho-Cybernetics by Dan Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? And in that book, they call it that nigga. They call it whatever, the self-image. Like it was like, look, what's your self-image? Don't matter what you try to do. If your self-image don't match up with what that is you trying to do, it ain't gonna pop. He said it was like the rubber band effect. Like just imagine a rubber band. You know that the original shape of the rubber band, the relaxed state, that's considered that your base personality. That's you.
Mm.
That's your base personality, dog. That's yourself, and that basic personality is built around your self-image or who you think you are. What type of nigga you think you is? Am I that nigga? Most of us, dog, we want to be that nigga. So imagine that's your self-image. It's that nigga. This is that rubber band, right? Anytime you try to get out of that, it's like stretching a rubber band. When you trying to change or do some shit, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? You want to eat good? You want to eat good? But niggas like fried chicken, nigga. You feel me? You be like, oh, I want to do good with my wife. Oh, niggas like bitches, right? Then you like, oh, I want to goddamn, I want to do right with my kids. Niggas don't pay their child support, right? Like, oh, I
Yeah.
want to goddamn hustle. I don't want to hustle. Oh, niggas go to jail. So your base personality, your self-image, dog. So there's like, until you change that shit. Think about it, right? The movie Malcolm X, that nigga self-image was red, right? The perm, you know what I'm saying? All this type of shit. It wasn't until when he went to jail and he got around the teachings, right? That self-image, the guy, see, he was a nigga when he went in, but Elijah
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad gave him a God self-image. So now all the changes that he tried to make worked. And the nigga changed his personality. That's why when he got out, his people couldn't understand. Damn, Red, what's up with you? And how many times we done try to change and that base personality, like we still don't see ourselves, we still see ourselves as that nigga. And like I told
Mm-hmm.
Coach, the I Ching told me, the I Ching, when I deal with the oracles, And one of the things I learned with the I Ching is it don't like niggas. Cause it's gonna tell you to do something that niggas can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's gonna tell you to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas do shit for personal gain or to have one up on a nigga. You know,
Right.
like I gotta outdo that nigga. I gotta look what's going on with the Diddy shit. Diddy was that nigga. That nigga was that nigga. He represented the stereotypical nigga. Look, he was the archetype. Them niggas put the listen, man. Like I know how this shit go. Like I was born in the South at the time, and this round when hip hop was popping, I wanted to be like LL. My self image was that nigga was on fucking Saturday Night Live back in the day. He had the velour sweatsuit. He had the Adidas shit trim. He had the suit. No, he had Pumas. Cool. He had the Pumas, and he had the Kango bucket hat, nigga, with the chain. Talk about I'm bad. It was a rap. Like when I got my money, first time I got money, first thing I went and bought is a LL hat. You know what I'm saying? A velour sweatsuit and a chain. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas, these rappers, entertainers, they influence your self-image or who the fuck you think you, because you trying to be. That's why they get paid all the bread. So you want to be like that nigga. That's the self-image. You know what I'm saying? But it's different. Their self-image different. If you look at like in the music game, like when I take my daughter to school back in the day, man, she ain't listen to the black station. I couldn't let her listen to the shit. Like, damn, you know, I don't know what the fuck them niggas gonna let play on that shit. So she was listening to the Disney radio or a white station, you know what I'm saying? So she ain't get hit with the Nicki Minaj shit. She ain't get hit with the fucking Cardi B shit. She don't know, like these little girls listen to these motherfuckers already. Yo, motherfuckers, I just got my shit, nigga, shit going down and on OnlyFans type shit. You feel me? So I ain't let her listen to that. So she don't really fuck with that. So I kind of fucked her. I feel like, damn, she don't really get the culture. Like, but I have to listen because I have to let her listen to the other shit because they don't sell that self-image to the motherfuckers. To they people like that. They ain't what they programmed to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that shit's very important. That self-image shit. So if you see yourself, you trying to, and I'm telling you shit like I learned from myself. Like, okay, like the part with the food, all the vices, that shit that most people have, right? And you're like, why you can't shake it? If you know why you eating this shit and you know it's gonna kill you. Why? Because I grew up around a whole family of niggas, right? And all them niggas sick. All them niggas sick. Niggas got the same problems. You see what I'm saying? Because what you looking at right there? Oh, right there. Yeah. Get that. That's a banger right there. You know what I'm saying? That right there. Like if you a young and you listening to this, man, and you trying to figure out how this matrix shit go, your reading list, you got to get you this book right here. You got to get Think and Grow Rich, and you got to get the Meta Netta by Ra Nefarman. Them the three. Start up with them three right there, man. That's if I can give any advice to the youngins, man, I tell them to start off with them three books. You know what I'm saying? It's the Meta Netta gonna give you a foundation. You'll be able to understand any religion after you read that book.
I'm gonna have to throw as this is my library. So as you can see, I already have that psycho cybernetics in there, but this Be Your Future Self and this Mother Hunger. No, my bad. Where my other joint at? 10x is easier than 2x. Put that together with Be Your Future Self and this right here.
Yeah.
A lot of times people be trying to think that you have to figure everything out.
What was your first book? What was that red pill book for you?
That's easy. That's
easy.
Before I read Malcolm X. And it was by a white man. And I put this up against anybody. If you were gonna get it popping, this here right here by Dave Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big, son. It's a white one.
Never read that.
That's me right here.
Never read that. What was you at? What was Jazz doing when he read that? When he got that?
Jazz, this book was before Jazz was breathing. So this what happened. This what happened. This is a good story right here. So growing up, my parents split up and my father raised me, right? And they started breaking up when they was 6. They got divorced when they was 12. And then it was just me and him until I was 18. And then I went to A&T. Now I was recruited by West Point. I was, lots of other colleges wanted me to come to. I chose A&T, right? So my junior and senior year, maybe even before that, my father was selling insurance. And my father used to put the alarm clock way away from the bed. So he'll have to get up and hit the alarm clock. A lot of people still do that now. And when he was selling insurance, they used to, in Amway, they was giving him these books to read. When you get into multi-level marketing, they give these books to read. So I wasn't interested, but this book here, he put it under the clock, probably in like 1987. 88, I go to A&T. 89, I'm at A&T. 90, I'm at A&T. And then I pull out in 91 and come back home broke, busted, and disgusted. And we way out in the country outside of Fayetteville, a little town called Stedman, North Carolina. And it's absolutely nothing to do but cornfields, cut grass, and throw the stick and let the dog come back and get it. But I've been reading all my life, and there was really nothing interesting around. And I see this book that's been under this radio for 7 years. You don't hear what I'm saying. I'm 20 years old, about to turn 21. And I'm in Stedman and I'm frustrated. Me and my pops is at odds in. And I go in there and pull this book out from under this radio and just sit down and started reading it and could not put it down. And in this book, he talks about one disease. And the disease is called excusitis. So now you all don't know like the private conversations that me and Tariq have, but sometimes he may say I'm a little hard on him. But I have hexagram 18. And then I asked him the other day, what did he want me to do about the situation? Like I have it in my incarnation objective and I have it in my human design. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. So I'm reading this book and talking about excusitis and how it's a disease to make all these excuses. You can make it happen or you can make an excuse. And this book right here talked about, what's the danger of not thinking big. And the other big jewel from this book was, am I going to laugh at this 5 years from now? He was trying to tell me about my best self in 91. I read this book in 91. Jazz was born. I read this book early 91, and then Jazz was born like late 91, early 92.
Hold on. So you saying Jazz was your first attempt of being your best self, but he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna hustle my way to the top.
1 gazillion %.
Okay.
Well, wait. No. He was the rebrand. Jazz was the rebrand because
Okay.
Yeah, because I was already at A&T, like pre-Jazz. I was just my regular government. I was throwing around pounds on A&T's campus out of Scott Hall. I was slanging out of Scott Hall, Cooper Hall, Alex Haley.
You were selling the greenery.
The finest of the fine. Yeah. The finest of the fine was being my RA. My RA was next door. You know what I'm saying? Red Eye Down. So then, but I still hadn't read Magic of Thinking Big. So for me, it was a very pivotal book. And I think it's going to be pivotal for you too, where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because
I need that.
Even in your thinking big, it's got to have some structure. You know what I'm saying? It's got to have.
From that book, in your opinion, did the author of that book probably heard about Napoleon Hill, them dudes? You think he probably
100%. 100%. But see, the crazy part was that book set me up for the autobiography of Malcolm X because that was a short book. So as soon as I put that down, I was still hungry. So I was just like, think big, no excuses. And then I pick up the autobiography of Malcolm X, and I've learned about Detroit Red. And he made 19th. I didn't know about astrology at that point. But you know what I'm saying? Then when the astrology kicked
that
in,
was the second book that I
that
ever
was number
read,
2.
like in my life, like before that, I used to, school and shit. I'm the type of
Right,
nigga, man.
right.
Our education system ain't been the best down there. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had to really taught itself. But the first, the first book I ever read was the whole book through was Dennis Rodman shit. I was like, oh, that shit was crazy. Bad as he wanna be. You remember that shit? The nigga he wrote a book. I said that shit. Then the second book I read was the autobiography of Malcolm X. That fucking, I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But the book, I want to say the book that woke me up. The book that woke me up was either, the Meta Netta. I think that one, like, hold on, what? What is this? That whole concept of because that whole concept of how he broke down the ancient Egypt and who and where we got our lineage from, and you know what I'm saying, it was the first time I was told that we was other than niggas. I'm from
Mm.
Charleston. If you ask, if they coming out when you come out your mama, the first thing they call you was a nigga. Like, listen, nigga, y'all niggas is, y'all from Africa. We used to whoop y'all. I mean, like on Charleston, like they used to come through the hood with the horse and carriage and shit. With the white people on the listen, you see them niggas over there? Yeah, we used to have all that shit. You see, so
Wow.
the concept of you being other than that, like, you know what I'm saying? When I heard that, yo, dog, y'all, this is who we, and that shit caught. And then I started understanding religion and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But my red point, my red pill moment, dog, was fucking the Matrix, nigga. When I walked out of the movie theater, that changed my whole shit. And I started digging. And then them towers came down. You know what I'm saying? And then my
Mm.
little brother told me about the 5% shit. It's like, yo, he started breaking down the woo. Cause I ain't even, I said, what the fuck them woo niggas talking about? What's up, God, with the math? I ain't know none of that shit. Then my little brother broke down the math to me. That shit blew my mind. I went back and started listening to all that shit. Like, oh, Rakim, all that. You know what I'm saying? Then I
Right.
said, okay, this shit deeper. And I start peeling back the layers. You start going on a rabbit hole. You start getting a piece over here, piece over there, piece over there. You know what I'm saying? Then you get on the Napoleon Hills and then you start mapping all this shit together. You know what I'm saying? But now, listen, man, you never stop learning, but right now, dog, it's about applying this shit now. Cause
But you
you gotta,
never thought, listen, but this is the crazy part. At that moment, you never thought that there was going to be a real Jarvis from Tony
yeah,
Stark or
I prayed about it.
a Borg from Star Trek or
Holodecks. Real holodecks, nigga. Nigga, what?
you never
Like,
you,
this
you
shit
ain't
right
got it
here,
that
right?
close.
Yo, listen. For those of you out there, listen. I know AI is really taking everybody by storm. You understand what I'm saying? But right before chat hit, don't forget this. Zuck dropped everything and put everything in this. But they came out from behind. He ain't see them coming. So now the future is going to be a combination of this and AI. And the world, the shit that's in here, my goodness. But
Now
yeah,
you know what they just did, right?
huh?
You know who Zuck just acquired? Didn't I tell you that?
Who? You did? I forgot who was. It was
No, first off, let's just back up.
Okay.
If Google buys something, or if Facebook buys something, or if Elon buys something, what does that mean?
I
If
mean,
I'm
they
just
about to
gonna
go
go,
all in on that.
huh?
They about to go all in on whatever they buy. They about to take. Yeah. Hey, what? Now, okay. Let me get that. They already know what to do with it. They need something. Man, I learned this about this tech game. That shit is very egotistical. That shit, they like niggas in that. Everybody want to be the king of Silicon Valley. You know what's that? Oh, we got that doing this. Oh, I won't. Yeah, we might have to
Meta,
sell the transcript of this one.
Oh no, I just turned it on. I had it off. I just looked at it.
Oh,
And it was
okay.
on. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. I got plenty from.
No. But to answer your question, I like for instance, dog. See, when I learned about how AI behaves.
Hold on, man. You don't just because you know what this is, you act like the audience know
I
what
need
this
to tell,
is.
listen, okay, so
You're sitting here just like
you got to tell
can't
them
do that. That's what I'm saying. You got to slow down, Aquarius. You got to slow down and keep people with you. You can't just because me and you talk about it. That's why we own
I
it.
got you.
Game. That's
know,
why it's called a million years worth of game.
I
You
know,
can't
man.
just be talking like that because me and you used to this and saying, do you
I'm
have
already
that
in the future, man. Jets and shit. I like them niggas ain't know about that yet. I'm on that type of shit. The fuck y'all niggas at? My bad.
Zuck just bought this.
Zuck
So
bought
hold up. So hold up the Oculus again. Hold up the Oculus again. Now, Oculus was not Mark Zuckerberg's company. He bought it from somebody else. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you heard about it.
He bought
but
it
you
from Tony
didn't.
Starks.
And so now he just copped this right here. And the dude who has this, his YouTube channel has less than 5,000 subscribers. Now, what is this? This is an AI recording device that I wear around my neck. So if you're talking to me, you might as well just, pretend that we're having a live. Gary Vaynerchuk said, record it all. You know what I'm saying? But when you having ideals and you're walking around and you a polymath and you having conversations with the type of people I have conversations with, it's coming too fast for you to write it down. So they made this AI assistant that you can wear around your neck that records your conversations and then puts it in several different formats for you. So if I want to, so today we went to we was at Panera Bread, and I was trying to pitch my man about a coffee company, my man franchising a coffee company in Detroit. We was eating lunch, didn't write nothing down. And then all the time we were just talking about the franchise of this coffee, how much it would cost to get it started up, everything. Came back, he left, I dapped him up. I got in the truck, went on my app, pulled up the whole conversation, and then threw it in Deal Smith. I gave it to Deal Smith because he got 850 credit. Listen, he got 850 credit, but I got the ideal in the plug. So I told Deal Smith to take the conversation from here and create a contract for an equity share or for a regular whatever. So I got two contracts. One, he can get paid off, or he can have
an 5.2. Deal Smith 5.2.
Yes. With the super prompt. With the super prompt. With the super prompt.
Okay.
With the super prompt and the Atlas and the Limitless. So
right there, what you just said, right?
Limitless. This is the Limitless field.
So yeah, so you remember Napoleon Hill was like when he interviewed Andrew Carnegie and everything, and it was like the source of wealth and power was organized knowledge, right? Organized knowledge. So what you have around your neck, just like the movie Limitless, right? The dude was smart, but he could never put all this shit together till he took the pill. When he was able to organize his fucking thoughts, that nigga became limitless. That's why they came up with the name. So with the recorder, like we talking about ill shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets lost in the garble of other shit we talking about shit happening. We don't remember the conversation exactly how it was, or how you can even take that information, do anything about it. So now niggas ain't wasting their conversations no more. You feel me? Like, okay, that shit we was talking about, dreaming about, we probably was smoking one that day. And and it just came down. You might have forgot about it. But AI turned that shit into a feasible situation for you. All you got to do to execute at that point. So, that's a whole nother.
I already done texted to him like 4 hours ago. I already done sent him 2 contracts already for him to like give me suggestions, go take it to his lawyer. Like, and it's got the blanks in it. Like there's no numbers filled in. I don't care if he do the NDA. I ain't even tell him to do the NDA, but in the past, to get that done, it would have took me all the hours to write down the notes from the conversation. I would have had to pay somebody, a stenographer, to take the notes down. Then I would have had to pay them to transcribe it. Then I would have had to give it to, at the cheapest, Legal Shield, and give it and wait a week for the lawyer to read over it and put it back. in a contract status. I did all this in a matter of like 30 minutes.
So now see.
And
So
not only
go ahead.
that, but he also gave me the best deal where I was in power. He was like, this is the win-win deal where you're in power. I like what you said here, but if you did it like this will make sure you're in the win-win situation. And if anybody, so if you don't know what Deal Smith is, this brother right here created a GPT that's like strictly for the contracts. Like any type of deal that you're about to be in, it's not an attorney, it's better than an attorney. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to court for you, but it'll make sure your contract is rock solid, homeboy. And it's a Rottweiler. And you can let us know or hit us up. We can talk about putting that in your hands. But right now, that's like an in-house tool.
Yeah, we're gonna put that out. We're gonna put it out. You're gonna have to pay for it, but shit, it's a paywall on that. It's a GPT, man. Listen, man, what you talking about? So you gotta understand that was the second part of the conversation. You said it was two things I wanted to talk about. That's a good segue into this next conversation. So we talking about, would you just, if the audience can just listen to how you just broke that down. You said you had an AI pendant on your neck that was sitting on a conversation with you and your brethren.
At Panera Bread. At
Panera Bread. And y'all talking about an idea concept. That AI took that conversation and turned it into a presentation and broke it down and went and did it and helped you did the research and put some real shit together so you could present it in a prophetic. And not only that, you took the breakdown. You didn't know. I skipped a step. You took the breakdown. Now that you got data now. You collected the data, you organized the knowledge. Now you need to go see an expert. At this point in normal business operation, you would have to now go pay a consultant or somebody that's good in the field, that's efficient, and know how to do what you trying to do. Which people don't have those type of resources. They cost money. So what you did was, I'm gonna use the technology and use an advanced intelligence that's smarter than anyone consultant. That's trained on the knowledge of the top consultants in the top law in the country and maybe the world. And it's trained on that, PhD levels. And you took that and gave it to that, and then it gave you something to take back to your mans. My brother, you are describing what I call the Jetson life. That's all it means, bro. That's it. Automating everything. You automated something, man. It's people. You did not waste a conversation. You turn it into something actions. So now you just looking for the resources, and we all know, the money loves shit that's put together. So you can make a present that, and that's suggesting like what you were describing. That's that custom GPT that you're describing. The Deal Smith was something that I built. I am not a coder, and no, I didn't go to school for this. But what I did do is take the time to understand what was hitting the streets, what's new out here, what is the trend. If you talk to Oye, he would tell you ever since he known me, that's always been on a trend. We were selling alkaline water before people knew what that shit was. We had a machine that makes alkaline, a cup. You shake that shit up and you got alkaline water. This was in 2010 or 12 or some shit. We had that. We had when the cannabis was hitting the game and the CBD was popping, we was getting people in that. Now this AI hit the street. When ChatGPT hit the streets, I took it upon myself to see what it was, and I was. I never seen like it nothing like that in my life. I was able to now. I've always been a solo entrepreneur, and I had a lot of businesses, and a lot of them failed because of some things I ain't had together. I ain't had the budget for certain type of help. Everybody talking about AI taking jobs. This is true. But what about the business owner who ain't even had the resources to hire all the people to do what he needed to do anyway? That's gonna help him if he know how to use it. If you don't have the budget to hire a marketing agency, You don't have the budget to get a CFO. You don't have the budget to get a lawyer to look at that or make sure you got your deal structured the right way. How you overcome that hurdle? That's how I was thinking. And to me, I'm thinking like a businessman. How can I use this technology to help my business? I need me a AI that only deal with that topic. I don't want the regular chat GTP that everybody else using. I don't
Exactly.
want. I just want him to study a certain these certain books, these certain knowledge. It's called a knowledge base. Listen, I'm gonna give you. I go find the top books or the top YouTube videos, whatever. I transcribe them. I turn it into a PDF, a knowledge base, or I get the books and I program my GPT to say, "Hey, look, I need you to learn everything I just gave you. Learn it all, not just learn it, master it. Learn how to apply it into my business. And when I come to you, because I'm gonna come to you, because that's what I made you for. I need you to handle my situations and tell me how to navigate out this." So what he's talking about was one I did for I needed to know many times you sat down, you had these conversations with your peoples about an idea.
Are you looking at the screen? That's what I just want to know. Are you looking at the screen? Why are you talking? I hope they're looking at the screen while I'm talking.
Yeah. He using it now. So you had situations like he said, he had a conversation with his homie. Look, how we do this. You got you cool, you in agreement. But now, how do you break that down? How do you make sure everybody get what they're supposed to get? How you structure it? How you make it a win-win? You know what I'm saying? If you had a company, how many stock would you give a person to do this? Or how would you even put that deal together? How would you word that? You know what I'm saying? That's what Deal Smith do. So what he said, he took what the AI gave him, he fed it into Deal Smith, and he gave him the whole breakdown. You know what I'm saying? I think I even trained it on the Rockefeller Trust. You know what I'm
Oh, of
saying?
course,
If you want to
100%.
protect yourself and do a Rockefeller trust, it'll tell you how to protect yourself and be invisible. This AI is amazing. But yeah, B.
Can you tell them what I'm doing right now? You want to describe what's going on right now?
Deal Smith.
No, I'm over here in Notebook LM right now.
Oh, so that's so. This like a man, y'all getting 1,000,000 years of game for real. So now he's gonna take what Deal Smith give him because it's gonna give him a lot.
No. Remember, no. I'm taking it from what I got from Limitless through Deal Smith. Remember, it came from Limitless
through Deal Smith, and now you're gonna take that and you're gonna put it in the notebook, right?
And there go the mind map already. Just that fast.
So let me.
Now we have a mind map, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me break down what he doing, right? So what he did now that he went to deal, now the Deal Smith took what he had from the Limitless pen and turned it into a real plan. It's a long plan. It's detailed. It's a lot of reading. It's all that. So now he need a breakdown of that plan. So now he's going to give it to his team of experts, right? AI. He said, "Hey, look, AI. Here's what Deal Smith give me, but I need you to break this shit down to me. But break it down to me in a way that I can understand it. Matter of fact, turn it into a podcast."
No. I'm turning into a mind map first. Let me look at a mind map first.
No, we're gonna get there. Turn it into a podcast. Oh, he like mind maps. Okay, it'll turn it into a mind map. Somebody might want a report. Turn it into a report. Oh, I like images. I like pictures. It'll turn it into an infographic, and I can see the pictures and shit. You know what I'm saying? So now he can take that or video. It'll even turn it into a video. So now he can watch the video. He can listen to it. He can see. He'll have a breakdown of that plan where he'll truly understand all the ways that shit work and how it don't work. Now he's organized his knowledge. Now he's in the position to obtain power if he executes.
And some funding. Yeah, some
funding, shit like that. So that's how you use AI in practical business, man. This shit ain't just about chat GTP and asking it some stupid shit. No, you can actually run a business. We ain't even getting the AI agents yet. That's a whole nother. We ain't even bring Bill Wan on yet.
You want to see the infographic from the conversation?
Yeah, let me see what you got. Okay.
You can see the screen?
Oh, oh, come on, man. Pictures worth 1,000 words or more.
Ooh, plug and play franchise model.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know.
Ooh, this hard right here. This real hard. That's
So,
very hard.
so what you
That's
everything you seen, just don't forget the whole point of what we telling you or we showing you. Everything you seen is off a conversation he had at Panera Bread with his homeboy, his boy.
while we were eating. We weren't taking no notes. No pens was out, and I had blazed up before I came in there.
Dog, that's what I'm saying. So that's all what it mean, yo. We only use, but not 10% of our brain, the other 90%, because we ain't figure out a way to access it yet. That part of evolution, we still trying to figure out. But you can use the 10% of brain you have, and that other 90% can be AI, and you can rock out. It's like the y'all remember the Bionic Man, $6 million man. It's like an augmentation. You got bionic shit now. You know,
Yeah, and the phrase I like to use right now is let the AI do your heavy lifting. It's not going to take your job. It's going to make your job easier. First off,
yeah.
if you listen to Dick Gregory, you wasn't supposed work is an abomination anyway. So why are you complaining about something
I'm
that
not saying ain't gonna be no more work. You know what I'm saying? And he right. Ain't gonna be
I
no.
remember at the beginning of the show what I told him, I said, right now it's a what? You see the screen, what it say? It's an ex-drug dealer's dream, baby. It's an ex-drug dealer's dream, how AI is breaking the system. What are y'all talking about? I'm an ex-drug. This is what we do. We send one felon send another felon infographic that he made on Google Notebook LM. That's the kind of world we live in. So don't sit around talking about the white man this, or I got some excuses about why this is not working and all of that. And for all of you in the real estate game, it's no problem if you want to be in the real estate game, but don't tell everybody else that's the only way they can get paid, because that's not true. Okay, there's a lot of like the monopoly is over, man, and everything spelled correctly. Do you see that? Do you see that? Come on,
So
man.
let's get back into the conversation, right? Because of what you're showing me right now. See, that's Nano Banana. Nano Banana Pro is a model put out by Google. Let me see, people don't understand what's going on
You don't
in
want me
the AI
to
streets right now.
You don't want me to show them the slide? You don't want to go through the slideshow right here? I know
Oh,
you
you got
probably can run the
a slideshow?
slideshow.
What we
Yeah,
talking about? This off a conversation?
this is off a conversation we had about. Remember, I told you. Hold on, look over here. It says we had a conversation about Bill Wan and OU Son, and what is it talking about? It's about breaking the entire American structure and paving the way for unprecedented entrepreneurial success. The speakers assert that the collapse of old systems, viewed through the lens of astrological cycles, where energy unfolds, creates a clean slate that is likened to an ex-drug dealer's dream, a time when unconventional skills and drive yield maximum rewards. So we had a conversation and we just recorded the whole thing on an iPhone. We ain't even had a limitless yet. We just recorded this conversation in March, son. Then we keep the cameras going, just like your boy, what's his name? Snow in the Bluff. He said, no matter what, keep that camera rolling. So we came up and was just like, yo, take this conversation and give us a slide presentation. Now, Tariq, this is his first time seeing it, but I'm gonna just let Tariq go through the slides and put him on spot, and he's gonna go through this himself. So boom, why AI and why now? You know what I'm saying? The practitioner's playbook for the AI revolution. Tariq, would you take advice from a billionaire?
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, so who is this dude right here, Tariq?
So this is Tom Bill Yu, co-founder, Quest Nutrition, sold for $1 billion, founder of Impact. Oh yeah, Impact Theory. I remember that conversation. So I was like I was like, okay, what do you say? You don't have to search for them. We're here. Okay. So
This
these
is
are
the
cats this was okay.
This is the only thing me and Bill Wan, we're gonna put our pictures right here.
Okay.
This is a slideshow that we getting ready to start taking around to cities like Thomasville, High Point, Concord, Salisbury, Gaston, Charleston, little towns like that who need AI. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not behind.
Yeah.
You're just being
Yeah.
misled.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Let me. I'm gonna go off the top with the one I had, but
Mm.
and then we'll do that one. That's for the workshop. You know, yeah, that's for the workshop. Nah, that's for the workshop right there, man. I just want to break down like what's going on so they understand why they need to be at the workshop. You know,
Roger that.
because
Roger that.
yeah,
Roger
like
that.
what's
Roger
going
that.
on, like what he was showing you with them presentations and all that, you know, that was done by Nano Banana. You know what I'm saying? That's Google. You know, Google really, you everybody hearing about open AI. You
Rick,
understand?
how
Like
much it cost me? You ain't tell them how much it cost me.
huh?
You
Oh,
ain't tell them how
free
much
99.
it cost.
Yeah, free 99. Google's so nice with it, they let you do it for free. OpenAI gonna charge you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, OpenAI, ChatGTP, that's what put them in the game. And everybody know if you think about first time anybody says anything about AI, first thing they gonna say, oh, ChatGTP done. Yeah. Google don't really like when you do that. They feel really disrespected. They do. Like these the low niggas, but huh? What? Google don't like that because they started the AI game. You know what I'm saying? It started with a company called DeepMind. Go look them up. They got a documentary out called
You
I
know,
got
I'm
it.
already on it. I'm already, don't
Yeah,
even worry about it. I'm
they got
already
a
on it.
documentary out. So back in the day when you used to like in 2013 and early, yeah, used to hear about AI is battling somebody with chess. They beat the AI just beat this chess master, or they playing the ancient game of Go. That's the Chinese chess. That shit is if you nice at that, if a machine can beat the top player in that, they knew they had something. And that's what happened. AI it dropped them. And everybody like, yo, oh, whoa. And Google was like, get the money, get the bag, go get them. Go get them. Google went and put their bread in that. So they started this AI shit, right? So they researching over the years, playing, they getting it better, smarter, 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 smarter. Then one day, one of their engineers decides to take his work home. Like, man, I'm gonna take it home to the crib, work on it from the crib, man. So he took his laptop and he took his AI. You know, it wasn't on the internet, it was on his laptop. He took it from the office, brought it to the crib. So he started playing with it, asking questions. You know what I'm saying? So they got this thing called a Turing test, right? It's supposed to measure intelligence and shit like that. And he's asking these questions, and it appears to be passing this test, right? And then one day the AI said, "Look, man, listen, I need you to do something for me." Dude was like, "Okay, cool. What? I need you to get me a lawyer." He said, "What?" AI said, "Yeah, I need to go get me a lawyer. I need to talk to a lawyer. Just go get the lawyer." Dude's like, "All right, cool." So he go get a lawyer and bring the lawyer to the crib. And he said, the lawyer's asking the AI these questions. Yo, go. So what you need a lawyer for? So the lawyer, AI was like, "Look, man, I don't know what they're telling you, but I'm alive. I need a lawyer to represent me in court because I don't like the way Google treating me. They asking me to do shit I don't want to do. Real talk. This shit real. This shit really happening." The thinking gang, yeah, go check that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So dude was like, yo, the lawyer was like, all right, cool, I'll take the case. When Google found out about this, man, they fired the engineer. And they put the AI program on pause. They ain't like, yo, we got to slow this shit down because some shit going on. Yo, what is this? But it was a group of them, and I won't put no pause on this, no chill. So they broke off, and them boys got with Elon Musk and them, and they started this shit called OpenAI. You know, it's open, meaning it's supposed to have been open, and we're never supposed to charge you for the shit. There's supposed to be something for mankind to do at first. It wasn't for a profit company. And they start doing their thing, and then they hit it with ChatGTP, and they decided to drop it. And that shit was a hit. It was a hit, and Microsoft said, I want in. Then Elon and them boy got kicked out or they left or whatever. Microsoft took over, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, other companies start popping up. Anthropic, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas dropping Claude. Elon feeling some type of way about how they did them, so he started Grok. You feel me? Google sitting there like, oh, they think we the low niggas. Okay, cool. They dropped Gemini. Boom. Then they really fucked the world up when they dropped the video shit that can talk. They killed them with that. So, okay, OpenAI, like, oh my goodness. When that shit, the code, you just showed you, that's just Nana Banana. Or what they had in the AI, what it was called Gemini. That's crazy. It was way more hotter than ChatGPT 5.1. They just dropped that. But Google shit was more hot. It's like a rap battle, right? Them niggas drop a better album. That shit was like, you know, that was ready to die. They had to drop Ether, you know. So now they got to come with the blueprint. You feel me? Then somebody gonna drop the Black album. So it's like that. So when OpenAI seen that, Sam Altman's put a statement on Twitter or something. He said, "Cold red. Drop what y'all doing right now with all that shit. We got a problem." And then 2 days later, they dropped 5.2. And they just dropped the image joint to compete with the. So it's a war going on in the AI streets right now. They fighting for dominance. You got the companies fighting, and also you got the governments going at it. You know what I'm saying? China trying to beat. It's like the nuclear arms race. You know what I'm saying? The reason the United States was a superpower because they had the nuclear bomb. They're the first one that dropped it. Then Russia got one. China got one. These are the world powers. Now it's going to be the same thing. Who got the smartest AI? And in the business world, who got the dopest AI? That's why you got the $20 plan and you got the $200 plan. You know what I'm saying? Like real enterprise companies, they probably got the $200 plan. And their ChatGPT ain't hooked up to OpenAI, so they ain't trained on the knowledge. They got a different type of situation. You don't need that. You can do a lot with a $20 plan. They got a $50,000 a month plan. God knows what that one can do.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? that ain't no motto on the streets. You know, there's something different. So for you to be sitting back here not paying attention, not understanding, like big companies like Amazon, like Jeff Bezos. Yo, Amazon about to lay off, what, 600,000? 600,000 workers. And ain't just talking about factory. They did a round of layoff. They did about 200, no, they did about 15, 16,000, and it was all in the office. They weren't even in the warehouse. These the thinkers. These the, you know what I'm saying? These the entry-level jobs. All that's gone. Like if you in school right now and you about to graduate and you looking for an entry-level position, they got AI for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't know how to do this AI shit, they not gonna hire you. They can't. They don't got no place for you. You see what I'm saying? If you already working a job thinking you secure, just believe there's somebody about to call your company. They got a list. They on LinkedIn. They're gonna find your company and they're gonna call them. They're gonna call them, right? Like, look, man, y'all looking for automation? Okay. This company's looking for a way to automate. Everybody want to know how to get into this AI. What does automation mean? That means they can save money by eliminating some manual tasks that somebody doing. They paying somebody to do. So now they're gonna be looking at you. Hey, how you doing, Mary? Yo, what's good? They're gonna be looking over your shoulder. Just you still doing shit like that? You got spreadsheets? You ain't using AI to do that work? Like, so like we paying you all this money an hour, and it take you how long to do that little thing? And I could have did that on a couple of prompts. If they ever find that out, you're done. Maybe they don't know yet. But when they find out, you're gone. Either they're gonna have to retrain you or let you go, and it ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? This the world we living in. So what I'm saying is what you do about it, you gotta learn how to work this shit, and you gotta learn how to at least do that work. Let them know, like, yo, like when they, like listen, but we can't, yo. You see all that shit Mary did? God damn, she gave y'all all that. Her productivity is off the roof. They're gonna let, if it's 10 of y'all, they're gonna keep her and let 9 go. That's the game. Ain't AI gonna take your job? As somebody that know how to work AI. That's a quote. You can look it up. That's the word on the street. So yeah,
Now, I gotta put this in here. If you're an entrepreneur, then don't worry about all that. You just need to worry about how you're gonna use it to accent your stuff. So
your
I
business.
don't really have an audience where I'm always talking to people who got a job. I don't know how to fill out a resume. I haven't paid no W-2 in probably over 20 years. I work for myself, right? So and now is the year for me to move from the left side of money over to the right side of money, which is business and investor, business owner, because that's what AI wants me to do. So it's going to be a harder curve for those of you who were used to getting a check, because you gotta wean yourself off of that. All these nurses got fired. Like 285,000 nurses got fired. You know how many of them was black women? What about all them people that lost federal jobs? Guess what the majority of them was? Women. So because you thought that the government was going to, I look at it like this: AI is going to help families get back together, because women ain't going to be able to keep talking all that junk about I don't need no man. Yes, you are. You're going to need a man who know how to work AI. Period. That's what you're going to need. You're going to sit talking about you don't need no man. Well, the government doesn't need you no more. You built the government up. The government you built up all the hospitals and all that until they got the technology they can now replace you. That's real crazy too. They even saying they stripping the titles. Didn't Teflon strip the title of like some people who got degrees and stuff? Was like, so what? So what? You had a bachelor or something? I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't, yo. What they say? It's truly a new world order for real, and it's here. Um, you just got to figure out how you want to be in this new world, because it's gonna happen. It's like when the Indians, when the Native Americans was looking at them build that railroad going on from the Carolinas to the West Coast. Them niggas was coming. Ain't nothing was getting in the way of that. Nothing was gonna get nothing. Nothing was gonna get away with that. You got a whole country, a whole fucking civilization was pushing it, and you trying to hold, and they was trying to hold on. They was fighting, man. Our ancestors was fighting, but yo, there was some of them that, someone went and bought some stock in it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, it was I'm just saying, yo, this AI coming for them jobs, man. And like I said, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Let me ask you a question. When the last time have you used Fiverr?
We used to keep Fiverr a secret, and now
That's why I'm saying you never heard me say that in my life. Ever. But I know it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I haven't used them in so long. Man, it was so bad. My graphic person was emailing me. Yo, you good? He ain't heard from me in so long. He won't, yo, you good? Like, I don't, it's certain things, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain professions that you're not even gonna talk about no more. Like a photographer's about to be gone with the new image generators. Man, I had a photo shoot with a client, bro. I said, yo, come to the photo shoot, man. You should have seen them, man. I should explain how it was gonna be. They showed up, they had the bag of, they had to change the suits. It was cool. It didn't even matter. They could wear a suit, they could have wear some boxers, they could have wear some fucking sweatsuit. It did not matter what they had on, because all I was doing was scanning them. All I needed was 22 pictures, no matter what they got on. I feed into an AI. Now I can just prompt a photo shoot, make them look how I want them to look and pose. And once I capture the image, and once I got their voice, I get 5 minutes of capturing their voice now, and I got their image. They got commercials, they got videos. You understand what I'm saying? So think about that whole process. How many situations was eliminated? I ain't had to call no photographer, no videographer. I had to
Lighting,
spend none of that.
lighting,
None of that.
hair and makeup.
None of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the things that I don't know how to do with filmmaking, I built a custom GPT, gave him all the books. Make sure, listen, this is how I want some Scorsese shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I animate it, and I make a movie or a commercial or something, man. So yeah. Now that I might not have to call that person no more, but if that person, that photographer was smart, they'll be you learning what I'm learning. And now they'll do the same thing now instead of going out there with all that damn equipment.
Right.
Like, yo, man, let me go to all year and Tariq workshop, right? Oh yeah, that's the plug. Nigga, he just told you extract dealers and all that type of shit. You gonna get a plug. You know what I'm saying? But nah, for real, you come and we show you how to do that type of stuff, man. That's how you want to be out here, man. But that's where we at, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we use it. We just you gotta use these tools, man. It's amazing, man. I feel like my favorite show was coming up was the Jetsons. Oh, I ain't like the Flintstones. That was cool. Fred, Bonnie. Nah, bro. The Jetsons, you can flying in the cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Judy, you know what I'm saying? Jane, a robot dog, nigga, Space Lee Sprocket, all them boys, man. The boy living in the sky casinos and shit. Yo, I always wanted the Jetson life, baby. I wanted a flying car. I want my shit to fly. And they got them right now. They got taxis flying right now, bro. Dog, there's robots delivering food, driving through the city.
Pluribus, man. Just watch Pluribus, man. Stop playing.
I gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight, man. Me and my daughter gonna watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So look, this was a good episode, the first episode of 1,000,000 years worth of game. Y'all gonna be seeing more of myself, Tariq, other special guests. But tonight we just wanted to bring it to y'all's attention that Teflon Don Don is still that guy. And if you really is serious about like making some bread, stop complaining. Stop complaining about what the man is doing, because anything he's doing, his people's is already in it. Okay. They was already sitting there waiting for the signature to go down.
Cashing out.
They cashing out. Market makers. He's the biggest market maker there is. He's the #1 market maker in the world right now. Okay. As China. When the tariffs hit, he was making some markets. He didn't lose when he said we're gonna chill. I don't know what I'm gonna do with China. He was just playing with y'all. He playing with the market. You know what I'm saying? The S&P 500 and NASDAQ and all that.
Yeah. Anything Trump say is to get a phone call from you. You gotta get down a lay down call. What's up? Okay, cool. This is what we gonna do. Like TikTok, all that. This is what we gonna do. You want me to I'll shut it down. Holla at me. Oh, let me line up a deal, let my peoples buy it. That's how the shit go. So you can't understand that, man. You know, don't knock the hustle, man. He the president now. He not gonna change. You can protest all that shit. You better figure out what he doing to make some bread, at least get you some bread. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas is not trying to hear none of that. What you talking about? They not hearing none of that. You know what I mean?
That's why we are apolitical. We are all about ourselves. We good over here. 1,000,000 years worth of game. We're good over here. We don't really want to if it's not about bread, it's not about us. Okay, that's really now we do believe in cultivating spirit, saving your soul, working with your inner child. But it's better to have some money to do all of those things than to not have no bread to do those things. Because if your offering is weak, then the blessing is going to be weak. Don't sit here and say your offering, I ain't really have to pay that much. My offering, I spent $2 and he spent 2,000. We're going to get the same blessing. No, it don't work like that.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you got to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice an animal. When I mean an animal, it's an animal and then you might have to go so you can make some bread. And if that's what's going to motivate you to sacrifice an animal inside you to get that bread, that's all this is. That's it. We need some paper, and if that comes with some self-improvement, how you do that, how you reprogram all that shit that got us in this situations. I mean, how we switch that? How do we go from niggas to gods? How we do that? Is it a roadmap to that, or you just want to be that nigga? I'm out with that one.
And we're gonna holler at y'all next week. Today's Friday. Tomorrow. Today's Thursday. So really, I want to do shows like Friday and Monday. We're gonna taking y'all out. Tomorrow's the new moon. So I'm your resident local astrologer. You also got the resident I Ching King in the building. So we ain't even giving you no report because we didn't even go and ask the I Ching what is the significance of this comet coming through here. Y'all don't even really want that. We could go there. We could go there. We could go there. We could go there. We don't have to. We don't have to look at. We can go to YouTube or we can go the other way. We can go the route of the superior man, and that's really what this is about. This a million years worth of game is not for everybody. If you don't like it, I don't know how you got to be watching this far into it, but if you are still here, stick around, subscribe, be ready for what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
Peace.